You again at 1000 hours with 9 minutes on Friday, July 12th, 2019. I wanted to share with this real quick. It just came to my view, my understanding. I couldn't think of a name. I was like, show me a name, Spirit, show me a name. Couldn't think of a name. I call this the one-line view. The reason probably going to change, but it's going to be like the one-something view. I'm going to call it the one-line view. And what I mean by the one-line view is our talking points, they are experience, perspectives. Now, the key word in this is one. They're going to have one understanding. Go back and watch a lot of people you follow. Listen to them a little bit. They're going to have one understanding. That's why I say I'm not here to give a counsel or advice, because that leaves the lines open for this is how it's going to go. I know we have to use our brain. I know we got to use comprehension and understanding. But still, even in my viewpoints a lot, that's why I say I guide and challenge you. So when I challenge you and I ask you a question, you answer it, then ask another question. Because it keeps the lines flowing. That's why the line view. So I'm going to keep the name, the one line view. It's going to be from a perspective or a talking point from one way. That's for me. I can't ask of one person to have a multiple viewpoint, because it's only their experiences. It's only what they've been through. But one thing I always say, and that we know, an experience can change. So if we look at someone may not admire you so much, I'm just talking in general, I ain't talking about relationship, their experience with them can change. But we got to allow it to change. Now, if I keep showing a person I didn't mean what I say, because I had a one-line view. But then if you gave me a chance to challenge me, now if you're going to talk to me, you talk to me. You're going to ask me a question. Hear my question. I'm not trying to be understood. Everybody want to be understood. So if you can be understood, that person will understand where you're coming from. And that's when my one-line view say, it could be one line, I could have one-way perspective of what I'm saying. But you have to show me another way. You can't tell me in my way what I've been experiencing is only going to go a certain different way, when I know it's not going to, it's by trial. How we say trial and error, which I hate that saying. It's just rhetorical and it seems as repetitive. So, yes, that's my view. You can't change my view even with talking with that person. My one-line view is still in place, because all you want to do is cater towards it. Then I have to, sometimes I have to ask the question to a person to get me out of my one-line view. Let's say this, let's do this. And the person's like, no. Then I say, so you're losing the one-line view with my one-line view, so how are we going to get anywhere? How can either one of us learn? And the other person had to sit back and say, okay, you have points. So are you going to, then they say no, then I say that defeat the whole purpose. So if we're going to be stuck on one-line views, you got to understand you're not really going to learn anything. And so another example, now if we go to a relationship, if someone giving advice or counsel, they're going to use the experiences that they have. So I'll say this. If you ever done computer networking systems, or went to school for anything IT, let's say coding. I write a code, and then when I complete the code, I hit enter to see if the code go through, or send the command through and see if the code work. And the code don't work. Who would you go to? The guy that never made a mistake, or the guy that have? Because you see him as, I will go to both. You see, and that's the one-line view. I'm not stuck in a one-line view on this case, because if I go to the guy right away, I'm going to go to the guy that made the error first. You see where your understanding come in? I'm going to go in, because I'm going to be trying to make that computer program an action. That's why I don't say fall in love. I'm going to be in love. So with the computer program, I want to be I wanted to create an action. There's no action in end. You just going there. Now you got to make it do something, and that's what I'm trying to do. Now I'm going to use both, because now it's not a one-line view for N and B. You want both to be, you want the action and you want the program to work. You want that program to mean to be display as you want it to. I'm going to go to the person that's used to making errors first, because they're going to be like, okay, let's look at this. And they corrected the errors, because every coder had errors and they corrected them. That's the only way their program is going to work. So I'm going to say, hey, can you look at this, or sir or ma'am, that I have an error. And then most such as that person probably will find the error quicker than you. You say, okay, let's correct it, boom. And you send that code through, now it works. But this is how I look at life. And hopefully this might help some of you, young women, young men, or people around my age even more. Just something we don't think about. When I do wrong, that becomes part of my experience, correct? So when I do wrong and it become part of my experience, I go around people that probably did the same wrong. But you know what they're, I want to say, preaching or speaking on? How they did wrong and how they recovered from their errors of their ways. Think about that. They recover. So they're going to be saying, don't do this. That's how I learn. I learned from other men not to have baby with crazy women. See, or if she a hoe, a known hoe, she's having sex with multiple men, promiscuous. She's a harlot. She's a Jezebel. Don't mess with those women and try to produce babies. I don't need to go through that for myself. I had the greatest example. Everything around me is my greatest example for that. I'm going to utilize it. So what I say unto one, I say unto all, is your path, is your journey, is your choice. Choose wisely. You don't have to do things to go through it. Your one point view can change over time. So if you give that time, chance, some understanding, your one way view can change. Everybody talking points, perspective is not just automatically about yours. And those people that speaking, I know. That's why I'm not affected by, if you see my posts, I'm not affected. You see, I'm not engaging in a lot of the stuff that you see in the media. I don't feel I have to talk about other people that's doing it. I might bring up a name because of a thing I'm speaking on, because it's messing up our spirituality. My understanding of what I'm doing is to give you things like power, oneness, integrity. Who talks about that? See, I'm not talking about drama, who fighting, who getting arrested. That's for other people. But if I see something that's hitting my spirit, if it's in my spirit, I will speak on it. That's just me. So I hope everybody have a great day. I say.